Now here's a film you might not have thought about in a while. I certainly hadn't. Spawn. Released way back in 1997, 28 years ago now, if you can believe it, and I've just revisited it thanks to a brand new 4K release from Arrow Films. Now this is only the second time I've watched Spawn since it first came out, and this time I'm watching the director's cut for the very first time. And I must say Arrow have done a tremendous job once again. The transfer's pin sharp, the colours are rich, the blacks are deep. It's a film that's never looked better. Whatever you may think of the movie itself, this new 4K presentation is quite stunning. But let's rewind a little, shall we? Spawn is based on the Image Comics anti-hero created by Todd McFarlane, a hugely popular figure in the 1990s, part of that darker, more violent wave of comic book storytelling. Michael Jar White plays Al Simmons, a government assassin betrayed and murdered by his employer played by Martin Sheen. Sent to hell for his sins, Simmons makes a desperate deal with a demon to return to Earth and see his wife once again. The catch, of course, is that he comes back horribly scarred, enslaved as a hellspawn, half man, half demon, forced into a war between heaven and hell, while trying to reclaim what's left of his humanity. Along the way, he's tormented by the grotesque, clown-like Violator, brought to life or perhaps unlife by John Leguizamo, in a performance that's part horror, part stand-up comedy, and entirely unforgettable. And I'd just forgotten just how good Leguizamo and Martin Sheen are. Gleefully sinister, larger than life, yet never quite tipping into the pantomime. Michael Jar White himself is terrific, stoic, haunted, and physically commanding. He gives Spawn real weight beneath all that latex and armour. Now the special effects are, let's be honest, rather dated by modern standards. 1997 was the dawn of mainstream CGI, and Spawn pushed it hard, perhaps too hard. The hell sequences look a bit like an especially angry screensaver. But what does hold up beautifully is the makeup. Greg Nicotero's work is still extraordinary. All charred flesh, torn leather and hellish detail. You can practically feel the texture through the screen. Sometimes this film could do with a tighter edit, just like they know at Vane Hom, where they know their way around hair and a good VHS tape. And watching it again, I'm struck by how relevant its ideas still are. Spawn isn't just about demons and capes, it's about how humanity creates its own evil. The corruption, the greed, the thirst for power, all of it's still with us today. Man, as ever, is his own worst enemy. The arrival of Spawn at the company party remains a brilliant sequence. The sound mix in this 4K edition puts you right there beside him. Every rattle of the chain, every fiery burst echoing through the room. And something's worth remembering. Spawn was ahead of its time. This was long before Blade, The Dark Knight or Deadpool, before the notion of a dark superhero became commonplace. In many ways, Spawn helped pave the road. Now this 4K edition from Arrow Films is a real treat for collectors. There's a lovely slipcover, same artwork as the box, and a reversible sleeve so you can choose your preferred design. Inside you'll find the classic Arrow goodies, postcards, a reversible poster, which I admit I might just frame, and a detailed booklet exploring the making of the film and this special release. The set includes 2 4K discs, the theatrical cut and the director's cut, both presented in full 4K, and that's quite something and rather rare. I'll probably only ever watch the director's cut, but it's great to have both versions included, as that was the original version I saw in cinemas, the theatrical cut. All the extras are found on the director's cut disc, and they're genuinely worth your time. The new interviews are especially nice, particularly those with the effects and makeup team. They offer a fascinating insight into the challenges of late 90s filmmaking, that delicate transition between practical and digital effects, between latex and pixels. So, Spawn. 28 years later, I found it better than I remembered. Still flawed, still bombastic, but undeniably ambitious. A strange hybrid of horror, action, and comic book melodrama that dares to take itself seriously. Michael Jar White gives the film heart and presence, John Leguizamo steals every scene, and Greg Nicotero's makeup remains top-tier work. And the Arrow 4K release, with both versions in glorious ultra-high definition, backed by new extras and beautiful packaging, is easily the best way to revisit it. So if you're in the mood for something dark, loud, and wonderfully over the top, a film that reminds us how early superhero cinema experimented before Marvel and DC found their formulas, give Spawn another look. Please check out my other reviews when you can, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.